DJ Rhythm round here, sir.
You have rhythm lineup?
I have Rhythm lineup.
Hey, I told you it was you and I never wanna see you cry. No, for you I wear my heart on my sleeve. Well, you should know that I'm still a G. I ride for you, I slide for you, And if you call the case, you know I die for you, baby. I'll give you my love, can't get enough. So much kisses and hugs. You know, I know, and you know that I know. We in this thing and we forever, babe. We together, we forever, babe. You know, I know, we forever, babe. You feel like I feel, then we should just do it. If you know what I know, then we should get it moving. Hey, love to watch the way it's moving. Hey, hold your body closer to me. Hey, and do this thing just like the movies. Hey, kicking back and watch you do me. Hey, you know I know, and you know that I know. We in this thing and we forever, babe. We together, we forever, babe. You know I know, and you know I know. We in this thing and we forever, babe. We together, we forever, babe. Love we make never fades away. I love to go deep and watch you change your faces. I've seen it all, I've done it all. But making love to you and watch you climb the walls. Girl, you're the greatest, you're so amazing. Don't wanna think about all my prior engagements. Got a nigga caught up in the love that we make, girl. Oh, you know, I know, and you know that I know. We in this thing and we forever, babe. We together, we forever, babe. You know, I know, and you know, I know. We in this thing and we forever, babe. We together, we forever, babe.
Yes. What's going on, my people? Thanks for tuning in, logging in with us today. We are here today, and we are on episode number 7. Podcast people, big up yourself. YouTube, big up yourself. You already know the vibes. Like we always say, positive vibes equals positive results. Thanks for everybody that came in to lock in with us today and listen to some positive message. That one right there was Nashad, very close friend of mine. That's when we were doing some music production days. That one was actually about 10 years ago. I think we published that 2012. But yeah, you know what I mean? I just like starting the message with positivity, positive vibes, good music, you know, no trash. You know, and today's episode, like I said, is today's episode number 7. And today we're going to talk about you should never be humble. Now I'm going to give you guys 10 seconds to, I guess, Google the word before you start beating me up because of what I'm saying. So you should never be humble. A lot of people is going to attack me because they don't even really know the meaning of the word. They don't know what that word means. So like I said, 10 seconds, guys. Look up the word. Then, you know, put me on pause. That's first thing. Pause this video, you know, pause your podcast and go Google the word. And after you're done, come right back and let's discuss it. You know, let's reason, let's chop it up. All right, guys. So I'm back. Let me know what y'all think with that meaning of that word. So in a nutshell, it's basically thinking of yourself from a lower standard, holding yourself from a lower standard of everybody else. It's in another word saying you're holding yourself down. You know, and I just feel like that's one of the words they gave us in, you know, back then. We don't got to get into all of that. You know, they give us that word back then to make us feel like it's a good thing. And it's a lot of words out here that make people feel like it's a good thing. Or, you know, you should be this thing, you know, and unfortunately it's not. So being humble is basically putting other people before you. Being humble is thinking of yourself less than, dumbing yourself down to make other people look good or look better. Humbling yourself is you taking a back seat for somebody else. Humbling yourself is you feeling like you're not as important, so you shouldn't have an opinion. You shouldn't have the last word. You shouldn't have the importance for this, thing that we call success, or we call getting to the next level or being great. So when you're a person that want to be great, want to be successful, get to that next level, you have to take motivation to start what you're doing and to know that being humble is going to stifle what you're doing. So for me, it was a word that I have to take out my vocabulary. And like they always say, you have to unlearn and relearn. So there's a lot of shit we have to unlearn in our society and amongst our people, in our culture. We have to unlearn a lot of stuff. And we have to relearn. We have to know that word is power. Words are very powerful. Words that we use to describe feelings, describe emotions, describe the being of who you are, describing your existence is very powerful. And attaching words is very stifling if the words are negative. If the words are not words that is uplifting, that has positive vibes and positive energy to them, positive vibration. So, we know a lot of people that they have a lot of things going on now. They say, oh, if it's religion, if it's this, or it's science, if it's this. And that's not what we're getting into. Because like I said, we don't discuss religion or politics here. But good energy and good vibration is good energy and good vibration. I don't know if I relate to it based on my culture, because y'all know already I'm Jamaican. I be chopping words up. I be sounding like I'm mispronouncing words, but I already know what they think. You understand? I'm not going to change that for nobody. You see? So all my Jamaicans out there, but now left for no out. You understand? I'm here passing on the message, articulating myself the best I can so the world can understand. But my Jamaican people, and big up on themselves same way. I already know the vibes. You see me? So back to what I was saying. So now I just hope you starting to listen to this podcast, you're not going to say, I don't know what I'm talking about. Why shouldn't someone be humble? And like I said before, I gave you guys the opportunity to go look up that word. I told you guys, pause the video, go look up the word, see the meaning, and cross-reference that meaning with multiple sources. Don't just go on Google and look it up and it's going to tell you exactly the first meaning of what it says. You can go to other sources that you can find. Go to somebody else. Ask them if they know what the meaning of humble is. And I'm not going to say this was a word I knew the meaning of for a very long time. It's not. It's just, I would say maybe the past 3-4 years, I understood the meaning. And I stopped using that meaning because every time I would start something or, do a business or just anything positive in my life that I want to accomplish to get to that next level, one of the first thing I would do is I would attach the word humble to it. I'm going to be humble. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait, until my turn. Humble is what going to do this thing. And I don't know, the whole time I'm actually putting a science on myself. I'm putting a bad curse, a spell on myself. Because every time I was saying that for a business opportunity, I was putting the next person that's doing the same thing that I wanted to do in front of me. I was giving them the upper hand just because of my verbiage, just because I was putting a spell on myself and what I was saying about what I want to accomplish. So you saying, you want to be humble, you're putting a spell on yourself. You're telling everybody else that you're going to be less than. You're going to let other people be more president than you. You're going to make other people shine brighter than you. You're going to dumb yourself down. You're going to dull yourself down because you want to be humble. You know, and the reason of me looking up the word humble comes from me listening one of Nipsey Hussle song. And a part of the song, he says, never let a hard time humble us, right? So for me, I'm like, you know, Nipsey never said nothing that I ever disagreed with. But I don't know what he's talking about with this one. What do you mean by, you know, never let a hard time humble us? Is he trying to tell me that even when we going through hard times, we're not supposed to be humble? That verse don't make sense. You know what I mean? So me, of course, when I don't understand something, I'll go to Google. And, you know, I went on Google and I looked up the word and it clicked. I'm like, confirmation. My man's Nipsey never said nothing that I don't agree with. You know what I mean? So he's telling you, no matter what you're going through, no matter the struggles and the hard times that you're facing, never let that humble you for you to feel like you have to fall back or you have to give somebody else the torch, or, you know, you're going to feel like you can't accomplish it and you're going to dumb yourself down. You're going to dumb down your situation and, you know, give up in a sense. So never let the hard times humble you. Never let the hard times humble you. You understand what I'm saying? That's the time when you got to get up and ready to step in somebody's neck. You know what I mean? That's the time when you got to say, yo, we're going to switch it up. We're going to change it up. But guess what? We're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it going. You know, you're not going to stop. You're not going to let the hard time humble you and shut you down. So I'm basically saying that a lot of people need to be clear and a lot of people need to understand words are power. Words are very powerful. Words you put on yourself, your situation is powerful. Things that you want to accomplish. Be clear and be knowing of what you're saying and the words that you're using. And, you know, in our society and our culture, of course, they gave us words for us to use to dumb us down, to take away the light from us. You know, and we're using it and turn it into slang and all of this stuff. And we thinking it's benefiting us when it's not. It's putting us down more than anything else. You know, there's a lot of words, and I'll incorporate a lot of those words and their meanings as we go along in this podcast, but not this episode. I wanted to stick on the word humble because, you know, we hear this in school. We hear it in the household. We hear it as a child. You know, Jamaicans, of course. First thing, yo, my youth, humble yourself. You see what I say? Humble yourself, humble yourself. Like, and you would think it's a good thing, and you there like taking it and feel like you soaking up game or somebody's telling you something positive. And it's bullshit. It's not. You understand? I don't want no one out there to feel like it's a good thing. I don't want no one out there to humble yourself. Don't humble yourself. And I feel very strongly about it. And I want all my listeners out there that's parents, all my viewers out there that's parents, stop telling your kids to be humble. In a nutshell, you're telling them don't be great. Don't be yourself. Don't shine your light. Dim your light. You know, put other people in front of you. You know, we tell our kids so much to be humble that you don't realize half the time you're fucking up their self-esteem. Excuse me. You know what I mean? You're messing with their self-esteem. You know, they want to do something. They're giving you ideas. And because you feel like it's far-fetched, you telling them humble themselves. And you know what I mean? You're thinking above the grade or you're thinking too far. So humble yourself. No, stop doing that. You're killing your kids' dreams. You're killing your friends' dreams. You're killing your family's dreams before they even started it, before there was no real light put on it because of the humbleness that you're trying to put on them. You're trying to tell them to be humble. Now, me saying don't be humble don't mean I'm going to tell you be arrogant, be an asshole. That's not what we're saying. We're saying be great, be positive, call down positivity and greatness on your life because of words that you're using. And humble is one of the words that you got to get away from, because we attach that to positivity and it's not positive. It's not a positive word. Humble is not a positive word. Humble in its own humbleness, basically in its own self of the word, is slavery all over again. You know, you telling somebody to be humble is like you telling them to be a slave. Wait till I talk. Wait till I ask you a question. Wait till I say you can do this. Wait till I say you can do that. Wait till I give you the right. You understand? That's what you're basically saying. That's what you're telling people when you're telling them to be humble. Now, apart from that, let's talk about you telling that to yourself. How much things that you want to do and you want to be great at, and you have that little voice in your head being like, Ricardo, be humble. Humble yourself. It's going to be your turn. You know, you're up next. Just humble for right now. And you're not realizing that you're only digging a deeper hole and getting further away from your greatness and being successful and going to the next level, because you keep humbling yourself. So you keep digging your own hole. You dig in your own grave. So I just want people out there to get away from that word humble. You know, let's start knowing the meaning of other words. Let's start knowing the meaning of the words you use every day before you use them. You know, I don't want to get too philosophical, or as they say. I don't want to get too philosophical on y'all and say the English language, in which in a sense it is a lot of bullshit in terms of meaning of words and what they stand for. You understand? A lot of it comes from you saying things with agenda and meaning from the people that created the language. So I'm not saying the language was not created for everyone. I'm not saying that, you know, not going to take it to a racial standpoint and saying they created the language and we don't know the meaning. No, I'm just saying we live in a society where there's words that clearly have meanings that's negative or doesn't serve us any real purpose. So we need to get away from those words. We need to stop attaching ourselves to those words. You know, another one of the word is if. Why are we using if? You saying if is basically a double negative in itself. You're telling yourself, if I can do this or if I can do that. Why is it a if? Why it can be I can. I can do this. I can do that. I can make this happen. You're basically shutting yourself down before you even started by saying if. So I'm just trying to put light on the situation and trying to put information out there. Because having information and not sharing it, it doesn't elevate nobody. It doesn't elevate your people. It doesn't elevate your community. It doesn't elevate your circle. It doesn't elevate the world. It doesn't elevate anyone. Having the knowledge and not sharing it is stupid. And that's in everything, in business, in life, in relationship. Share information. And like I always say, not everyone learn on the same pace and not everyone is going to get the information at the same time. But let's put the information out there because someone is going to need to hear it and will hear it at the right time. And it might be life-changing at that point for that person. So sharing information is very important. And it's kind of, for me, a sense of service. You know, it's not everybody out there I'm going to be able to help financially or physically, you know, but me broadcasting this information out there, I would feel like the positive energy and the information that I'm broadcasting, because everyone on my frequency would understand and be able to use that and elevate to the next level. Just as I am receiving information every day that's on my frequency and on my level, and I'm using that to propel me to the next level. So it's positive vibes and positive vibration every time, all around 360. Every time. And back to the topic. Being humble is not a part of that cycle. We're going to put that word down. We're going to put the word humble down. Just saying the word is bad. So attaching it to your situation, your career, your business, your life is a bad thing. Don't be humble. Be great. Y'all don't steal that out there. Don't be humble. Be great. I'm going to say it again. Don't be humble. Be great. Because once you're great, greatness is attached to the greatest things out there. Be great at everything that you want to do. Be great at everything in your life. So when someone tells you to be humble, be like, no, I'm going to be great. I'm going to take the information that I need for whatever I need to get done, and I'm going to be great. And you're going to tell yourself that. And what you think going to happen? You keep telling yourself that you're great. Everything around you is great. It's going to be great. Like my sister's in college. And I texted her the other day and I'm like, how you doing? First thing she's telling me, oh, she's not in a good mood. She's stressed. Teachers don't like her. College is not what she expected to be. Then on the other hand, she says, how you're doing? I said, I'm great. And you know what she said to me sarcastically? She's like, well, I'm glad somebody is great. Somebody is doing okay. So I had to check her real quick. I'm like, yo, let me tell you something. Not because everything in my life is the way I want it to be at the moment, I shouldn't be great. I make myself great. I make my life great. I make my situation great. So when I'm telling you I'm great, I'm trying to pass that information on to you to let you know that you are still great regardless of what you're going through in college. If your teachers don't like you, college is hard, the job you're doing at the time is stressing you out, yeah, that's a part of life. It's a part of existence. But until you make everything great, it will never be great. And I had to let her know, like, yo, don't make because of things that we were taught growing up as kids and in our culture, bring you down or put you in a cage or put you in a box. Elevate yourself from that. Be great in everything you're doing. Convince yourself. Tell yourself every day, consistently, I am great. And once you make these small necessary changes in life, you will understand. A lot of things we feel is stress and a lot of things that we want to attach negative emotions to, because in this day and age, everybody is diagnosed with some type of sickness, some type of mental illness. They want to call it depression. They want to say all of this. Not that it's not real, but there's a lot of people out there that is using this as an scapegoat when they don't want to face the reality of their own lives. So I don't want to hear nothing about all of this. I was telling her, my sister, you know what I mean? Because I talked to my sister straight up. You're going to be great. You are great. Keep being great. You know what I'm saying? And I had to tell her too, don't feel like you got to humble yourself for nobody. Because that word in itself is negative and is derogatory. Be great. So giving that gem to my sister, I'm giving it to my listeners. I'm giving it to my subscribers, people that value what I'm saying and feel like what I'm saying is a breath of fresh air. Because we have a lot of people out there that is pushing negative narrative. They're pushing bullshit. They're pushing the skin out. You understand? They're pushing the twerking. They're pushing the ass videos. They're pushing guns, violence. You understand? They pushing all of this stuff to our people and our culture. And apart from the visual, the verbiage. So while we out here spreading positive message and trying to give people on the right frequency, the right energy, the right vibes, there's a lot of things out there that I would like us to understand and to know. And one of those things is attaching negative words to our daily lives. And we think it's positive. And it's not. And I'm sure there's a lot of other words out there that I haven't reached on yet or looked up that has a negative notation to it. And I might be using it on a daily and I think it's positive. And if there is, I want people to reach out to me. Leave me a comment, email me, let me know these words. Let me look up these words. Because like I said before, I love to learn. I like knowing new things. And the day someone feel like they can't learn anymore, they're a fool. Because we learn every day we open our eyes. And we say it's a great day. There's things to learn. There's new adventures, new information to absorb. So we're always learning. We're always being enlightened. We're always advancing our vibration and our energy. So from me to you, I'm but one person that passing on information. I don't know everything. I want to know more. I could do what I can for our people, for our culture. I can give you positive energy and positive information on a daily. But it's just as important for you guys out there to give me and other people this information. And that's why I keep saying, and I'll continue to say, that content is very important. Content creation is very important. Content creation is very important. Because you might have information and you have a positive thought that you want to pass on to the world. You could give me that gem and I'll pass it on because I'm in the space. Or you can do it yourself. That's why I'm saying everyone needs to attach themselves to some type of content and use technology and use social media to pass on that positive energy and that positive vibration. Use your content. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm sure there's thousands of podcasters out there, thousands of YouTube people that's doing the same thing I'm doing. But I guarantee you, each one of us is reaching a different audience. And you're getting a different eye and a different ear. That you're going to change that person's lives or that person's perception. So everyone can do this. And to continue to do this. And each one teaches one. Each one teaches one. If I could change the life of one person that listens to my podcast, that watch my YouTube video, and I could make a change in your life or give you the battery to advance your life or your business, your relationship to the next level because of one small thing that I said, you made my day. I did my job. Because I'm here to inform, educate, give positive vibes, positive message, positive thoughts, because we need it. I'm not the smartest out there. I know that. I'll never be the smartest. I don't want to be the smartest because I want to stay learning. I want to keep learning. I may not be the smartest one ever in any room, but I'll keep learning. So just take the information, apply it to your life however you can. Like I said before, you'll know the tokens that you can keep and the ones that you can throw away. Maybe not everything I'm saying applies to you and will never apply to you, but maybe something I'm saying will apply to you. Take that and run with it. And one of the words, like I said, that we should take out of our vocabulary as people that want to be successful, take their lives to the next level and be great, is the word humble. Because that's a word that you're using to fight your own greatness. You being humble is being less than. Dimming your light, your greatness for someone else. It's like you continue to put yourself down as a second-class citizen, a second-class person, number 2 in the race. you know, you want to be the person that getting the participation trophy, not the winning trophy. You're okay with a participation trophy, so you're going to humble yourself. No. Get that word out your vocabulary. So I just want to tell my people out there, from any race, any culture, any nationality, don't humble yourself. Be great. Don't humble yourself. Be great. You know, a lot of people, they don't process information like the way others do. Some people's going to scroll through the audio. Some people is going to scroll through the video and they may not understand what I'm saying, but they end up on the part where I say, don't be humble. And they be thinking I'm talking bullshit. So I'm going to say it again, guys. Look up the word. See what the meaning of the word is. I can't make this up. This is the information that they're giving us to use. So if I feel like the information is flawed or it's the wrong information, I'm going to pass that information on. So if someone could prove me wrong, I always say, reach out to me. I don't know it all, but as of this moment, I can't find one person to tell me that, no, that's not what the meaning of humble is. So once again, guys, don't be humble. Be great. Don't be humble. Be great. Be the leader of your destiny. Be successful. Be great. Be positive. Speak things into the existence of greatness. Don't if yourself to death. I am yourself. I am. This is what I am. So, all my listeners out there, all my people on YouTube, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for vibing with us. Thanks for tapping in to listen to the gems that I had to give today. Take what makes sense to you and put it in your pocket. If it don't, throw it away. Thanks for your time, because I know everybody's time is sensitive. Every time that you have is very precious. There's a lot of things out there people want to do, get into, whether it's positivity or not. But like I always say, guys, positive thoughts equals positive result. Positive thoughts equal positive result. YouTube, big up yourself. All my podcast listeners, big up yourself. All my Jamaicans, big up yourself. You already know. All my Americans, everybody in the world, big up yourself. I love y'all. Thanks for tapping in. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to the message. If I'm saying anything that put a smile on your face or give you a positive vibration, you know, share, subscribe, like. I have a lot of information coming. When I get the information, I'm not scared to pass it on. Y'all big up yourself until next episode. Bless up.